Welcome to Just One Thing Quick Bites, where we take a quick dive into common business problems and provide practical solutions that you can start implementing in your business today. In this Quick Bites video, we're going to take a look at the importance of setting expectations with your customers to ensure you both get paid and get paid on time. Have you encountered this before? You do some work for a customer, and once the work is complete, you send them the invoice. And you wait. Silence. No payment, no communication. And so you chase. When you speak to the customer, they start querying the price. You never told me it was going to be this much, or can I pay this over the next 6 months? And suddenly you're now out of pocket because you've already paid the costs of the job, but now you're going to be waiting months to get paid. Maybe you've even buckled on the price and given them a discount, and so your profit margin is shot. Another awkward customer, costing you money. But is that really true? Was it really all the customer's fault? Or could you have anticipated this reaction and done something to prevent it? Think about it from the customer's point of view for a moment. Maybe you gave a rough idea of how much the job would cost at the beginning. Maybe you didn't, but invariably it costs more than you expected. So at the end of the job, you send your invoice in. The customer has an expectation of one amount in their head, and you send an invoice for another, which is almost certainly more. Now your customer is upset. They resent that you're asking them to pay more than they expected, and they are now more likely to find ways to get out of having to pay some or all of the invoice. The thing is though, you're in control of your customer's reaction. You can stop this from happening. All you have to do is make sure you set the expectations for your customer up front and update them clearly and in writing if necessary. So how do you do this? Well, wherever possible, you want to agree a price for the work up front with your customer. Be very careful about giving a price range though. If you say it'll be 200 to 300, your customer will keep the 200 in mind, whilst you'll keep the 300 in mind. If it's going to be 300, say it's 300. Also, make sure you clearly define what the work will entail and put both this and your price in writing so there can be no misunderstanding. Finally, at the same time that you give your customer the written details of the work that you will do and the price for doing it, also set your payment terms. Will you want payment on completion? Will you require stage payments? Are you giving any credit? If so, for how long? Whatever you decide, put it clearly in writing with the price and the description of the work. If the customer agrees for you to do the work, get their written confirmation that they accept the terms of your quote. This can be by email if you like, but it is important that the customer actively agrees to all the terms that you have proposed, and written agreement is much more firm than just a verbal acknowledgement. If the nature of the work changes at any time, then re-quote for the changes using the same process as you did before. You're providing clarity to your customer by being transparent. They know what they're getting, how much it costs, and when they will have to pay for it. By being transparent, you're writing the story of how this transaction will work, and people, by their nature, will usually follow the story you've agreed upon, unless it diverts from what they were expecting. If you're not the one that's writing the story, then the customer will write their own, to which you may not be privy, and you are setting yourself up for conflict. So, remember these 3 things. Set the price and payment terms up front. Be clear about what work is covered by the price, and then update the price if the work changes. Will it guarantee you get paid? No, of course not. But using this method will make it much more likely that you are paid in full and on time every time. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been useful to you. If so, then we'd really appreciate if you'd click the like button below. And if you're not already, subscribe to our channel to make it easier to find our content in future. You can also click the bell icon if you'd like to receive notifications when we post a new video. And don't forget, sometimes just one thing is all it takes. See you on the next one.